Hello folks, it's Steve and Rihanna here from the Yellow Bicycle Cafe here in Blandford Forum, right in deepest, darkest Dorset. What we're going to be making today, well I say we, what I really mean is Rihanna, we are going to make some cupcakes using some fabulous Earl Grey tea from the guys at Dorset Tea. Cupcakes, if you are new to baking, cupcakes are probably the best way to start. You don't have to be too fussy with them, and because they are baked in a nice little small cupcake case, they tend to rise pretty well, much easier than a large sponge. So it might sound fancy making Earl Grey cupcakes, but these are the simplest things in the world. Give them a try, we bet you'll love them. Okay, so Rihanna, what have we got? What are we putting in? Oh, before we do this is a really simple all-in-one recipe, and all that means is everything goes in the bowl together, it all gets mixed up, it all goes in the cupcake cases, and then we pop it in the oven. It's that simple, really straightforward. So, ingredients all weighed out. What have we got? What's going in?
Well, the first thing we're going to pop in is our softened, unsalted butter.
How much of that have we got?
We have 175 grams of our lovely softened butter. So you don't want it to be melted, just slightly soft.
So not straight from the fridge?
Not straight from the fridge, no.
Okay.
Give it 20 seconds in the microwave, depending on how long, or leave it out. If you have your butter out, it should be fine already.
Sort of room temperature?
Yeah.
I guess because we're mixing it up, it whisks up better.
If we have it too hard, you'll end up with some little lumps of butter in it, which isn't the end of the world, but doesn't leave the smoothest consistency.
Okay, perfect. So, the butter's in.
The butter is in. We have 175 grams of caster sugar.
So just normal white caster sugar?
Normal white caster sugar you'll probably have in your cupboard. Not granulated, because that's a lot thicker and will leave a bit of a gritty texture. So caster, which is
so we've got butter, we've got caster sugar. What's next?
Flour. We've got a bit more flour. We've got 200 grams of this flour, just because there's quite a lot of liquid in this mixture, and you want a little bit more flour just to balance out that extra liquid from the tea.
What you'll normally find with a lot of sponge recipes is it's equal amounts of butter and sugar and flour. Now, because we've got some tea going in this one, as Rihanna said, the mixture's a little bit wetter. So what Rihanna's done with this recipe, so you just up the flour.
Yeah, just added a little bit more.
Fabulous.
You can always pretty much tell the consistency you want to have. Generally speaking, either add more flour or more liquid if it's not the right consistency.
Perfect. Okay, so what's next?
We now have 2 eggs. Usually, if we were using 175 grams of flour, we would have 3, but as we said, liquid. So we've taken out one of the eggs to make up for the liquid of the tea to keep the consistency right.
Okay, so I guess then that's the eggs. The tea's probably the next thing.
The tea is the next thing.
Okay, so how much tea have we got?
We've got 2 tablespoons of our lovely Earl Grey, which we brewed with 2 tea bags to give it a bit of extra strength, but depending on your own preferences.
Okay, so nice strong tea. So you want that lovely Earl Grey flavour in there. Okay.
Lovely.
So eggs and tea has gone in. Well, so was the tea that? I've got to say that's cold, isn't it? You don't want to put hot liquid in there, so
ours was probably not quite chilled, but
again,
not
sort of
hot anymore. Otherwise, it will start to melt everything.
Perfect.
And then we have about a level teaspoon of baking powder.
Baking powder.
And then mixed spice. I've got a couple of teaspoons in, but again, it's kind of a personal preference. If you like mixed spice, which I do, you might want to add more. If you don't like it that much, take a bit out.
Or leave it all out.
Yeah,
okay.
That one is a bit of a personal preference.
Okay, and it looks like we've got one more ingredient over here, which is...
It's not going in yet, though, Mr. Stephen.
Okay.
It's not going in yet.
This is why Rihanna's doing the baking, not me.
He's getting overexcited.
I'm normally on savoury, Rihanna's on the cakes, and this is why.
We're whisking this all up. So it's all just in together, and we're just putting it on. I usually start on a lower setting, just so that we don't get too much coming out everywhere. Just start to get that butter all mixed in. And then as it sort of comes together, you can turn up your settings slightly, and hopefully...
And because that butter was nice and soft, I guess it's...
come together very nicely.
Together very well, perfect.
And then you can turn it up to your higher setting.
Okay.
And just really whisk around.
So you see, what Rihanna's using here is a hand whisk. If you like doing your cakes in a food processor, by all means use your food processor. Do what you normally do. one of the nice things by doing cupcakes is if you haven't got any electronic gadgetry and you want to use a little bit of elbow grease, wooden spoon or a spatula, just give it a good old whisk by hand. It will work, and you don't, with a cupcake, have to be too fussy about the consistency. And that was probably about 45 seconds at the most, wasn't it?
Depending on how soft your butter was, you might need a bit more, but generally you just keep going until you have quite a nice
see from there,
consistency.
It's fluffed up nicely with a bit of air in there.
But it is thick and it will sort of hold itself.
Okay.
It's soft enough to sort of pull as you go, but
there we go. Perfect.
It does hold itself.
Okay. So now the fruit goes in.
Now the fruit goes in again. If you hate fruit,
okay,
you don't have to put it in.
So I guess if you put the fruit in like I was going to, the whisk would have smashed all the fruit up, and you wouldn't have nice big bits of fruit. You see, clever, doesn't bake enough. That's what we've got here. Okay.
You don't want to put too much fruit in because fruit has a lot of moisture in it, even though it is dried fruit.
Okay. And also, I guess what we want here, we want that flavour of the lovely Earl Grey to come through.
Yes.
And we don't want it dominated by the taste of the mixed fruit.
And I always like to leave a couple of the mixed fruit in the pot in case when I'm scooping out I can see that some of them need a little bit extra or not.
Okay.
You've then got a bit spare if you want to
That's a really nice tip. So what
or
we're
if
saying
you want to add a few on top for decoration, you can have a few extra to...
Perfect, because I know often when I've made it, particularly when you get to the last few
they don't have as much in
cases, you seem to have taken all the fruit out already, so by keeping a little bit back, again, see, smart on the baking. Right, so are we almost there?
We are almost
so
there.
What do we have to do now? I guess just in the cupcake
It
cases.
is just in the cupcake cases.
Okay.
This should make about 12. You don't want to fill them up too high, otherwise they will just rise and fall. But you can just take one of the spoons, scoop a lot out. Doesn't have to be perfect.
So how full do they have to be? Which is probably the thing that people watching this really want to know, because it's so easy. You want a nice big cupcake case, because you don't want it to come pouring over the top.
No.
Ruining it. So how much have we got? About?
I usually go just over half.
Okay.
But you should find that as you get through, you'll figure out how much is right. Once you get to the end and you either have loads left over or not enough left over, you can always go back.
But you certainly don't want to fill them to the top, do you? Because it's going to rise and it's going to pour all over. Okay.
But this should make about the right amount. So if you have some left over, you can top them up a bit or
perfect.
Do what you like with it, really.
Okay. So I guess all we do then, we'd end up filling all 12.
Yeah, we would.
Go in the oven. Now, what temperature have we got the oven at?
We've got it at about 175. That's a fan oven.
Yeah.
And I usually leave them in for about 20 minutes, although I do set my timer for about 10 or 11. Give them a check. Often turn them around. If you've got an oven like ours, you'll find one half of the oven likes to cook a bit faster than the other half.
Every oven's different, isn't it, when it comes to baking?
So your oven might cook it perfectly. With ours, I like to turn them around halfway through just to make sure that we don't get one side that's cooked a lot more than the others.
Okay.
And they all get nice and even.
Okay, so 175 on a fan oven.
Yeah.
You're about in the middle of the oven?
Yes, I like to put the tray a little bit lower than the middle of the oven.
Okay.
A lot of people would be tempted to put the tray in the middle. You actually want the tray lower than the middle of the oven so that the cupcakes themselves are in the middle of the oven.
So basically what we're doing is the shelf goes on the setting one below the middle.
Yeah.
And then the cupcakes sit on there, so the cupcakes are sitting just below.
Yeah, you don't want them too close, otherwise it'll be hotter than you've actually set the oven.
And of course with a cupcake, because it's small, because normally what you don't want to do is open the oven too early. But after about 10 minutes, they will have set enough, so they're not going to collapse on you. And then, as Rihanna says, you can turn them around and make sure they get a nice, even bake.
Yeah, and just keep an eye on them, make sure they're going.
Let's pretend we've done all 12 there, because it's not necessarily the most exciting part to watch. So they're going to head off to the oven. Okay, let's get these out of the way. And then, by the magic of television,
here's some we made earlier.
Here are some we made earlier. Now, as you can see, they've got a lovely shaped cupcake. We're not going to mess with loads of cream or anything. They're not fairy cakes. It's a nice simple cupcake.
And as you can see, as we filled it, they've sort of risen to the top, risen up a little bit, but they haven't overflowed themselves too much.
And I think they need one final little touch just before they get served.
And that is
So what have we
Our
got?
dusting.
What are we going to sprinkle them with?
In my little duster here, I have put icing sugar and then a little bit of extra mixed spice, which again, you don't have to use if you don't like. I'm a fan of mixed spice myself.
Yeah. And it tastes and it makes them look pretty.
It does. And we can just tap the side of our little duster and it should give us a nice distribution of the mixed spice and the icing sugar.
So there we go.
And if you put the icing sugar on when they're quite warm, you will find it will sort of absorb into the cupcakes, which I personally would wait till they're a bit cooler, but if you want them to absorb, you can do that as well.
If you can't wait.
If you can't wait, if you want to just get them straight out the oven.
Okay, so there we go. We have got some lovely Earl Grey and mixed fruit cupcakes made with some wonderful Earl Grey tea from the Dorset Tea Company. And if we carry on following through, I introduce things, Rihanna did the baking. So if we're alternating, it's only fair that I get to do the tasting. Oh, fabulous.
And perfect with a cup of Earl Grey.
Absolutely.
You'll have some tea bags left over.
So give it a go. You'll enjoy making those. Hopefully it gives some great ideas of things to do with your baking. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Thank you.